So I get asked all the time, how do I know who we're up against and how can we prepare for our next battle event? So, for example, we have the strongest Void Lord right now. How do I find them and how can I judge who their good players are? How can I find them on the map and all of that? So I was going to show you that in this video. So let's go ahead and check it out. So I'm going to go back to the event so I can remember who they are exactly. So here we are going to be facing 1643, right? So what I want to do is I want to go to the map. I want to go to the world map, and then I want to navigate to 1643. You might have to navigate between each of the worlds, but they're actually in the same world that we are, so it should be relatively easy. So you scroll and you follow the numbers as much as you can, and you get over here. So now I'm actually in 1643 right now. And so if I click this over here, this little rankings on the right hand side, I can see the rankings for that particular realm. And within that realm, I can see that their top player is a 37, 38. So that means we're going to be facing some T12. Our highest is 36, so we only have T11. And I know this guy, and he's very strong. And so if I wanted to find them on the map, now this is where it gets a little bit tougher because you have to go surfing around here and you have to find RIP on the map. And it may take a little bit. And we usually have at least one R4 go through and find all the main alliances for the competition for a void or a frenzy. And we'll send an email out to everybody. So everybody doesn't have to do this. You can just have like one or two people focus on finding locations on the map. There is a RIP player right there. And yeah, here we go. So what we would do is go ahead and mark this on the map. And you won't be able to save it to your book here. So what you'll have to do is just find I guess the Alliance Castle or, the strong player here. Um, that'll work. You just need to find some central location to send everybody. So here it would be 626, 510. Again, I won't be able to use the book. I won't be able to add it to my book. So I'll probably just take a screenshot, save that screenshot, and then go back. And when I send the email out to everybody, it will have the coordinates for them. Okay, so that's one thing. So what if you want to just find one of your, someone you're competing against? It's in Elite Wars or another event. It's the same exact thing. Unfortunately, we're fighting against mostly farms of old realms, but let's try. We may not even see them anywhere because they'll be so low on the list probably. But let's look at realm 810. So it would be the same thing. I would have to go back here to my realm first, but then go to the map, then go to the world. And so I would go down to 810 here. They'll fall in here somewhere. 814, 13, 12, and here we go. And then within here, do the same thing. Go to Lord Castle rankings. And then you could find them. I doubt we find anyone from that alliance on here. We're in kind of a weird situation when it comes to Elite Wars. We've kind of beaten everybody who is close to us, and there are alliances who I don't even know where they are. It is almost impossible to find someone who is at the same level as us, with the like within our globe to fight now. There are a lot of really strong alliances in our globe that would beat us, actually. But yeah, so I could look here, maybe. Yeah, here we go. And you could find some information on them, maybe, but it's not quite as easy. Now, I could do the same thing and scroll the map until I found Gru, and then kind of you could go to their hive, and then in their hive you could kind of look and see who they have, and that would be my next option here. Again, this option could take quite a while, and I'm not going to do it all here on this video, but I could just look through this whole map until I find them. So let's look at another event. So if I go over here and I go to Rome invasion that's coming up, I'm going to be going against 1632 and 1637 in this battle. So 1632, and I know these are really strong. So same thing, I'd go to the globe, and then I would just, here we go, 1632, find them on the map, come over here, go to, power rankings, really good, better than, those top 3, 4, 5, 6 players, 7 players, 8 players maybe, are have more power than anyone in our realm. Castle rankings. The good thing is they're C35, so they're at about the same. We have 2 C35s and a couple C34s, so you know they have quite a lot more. Wow, they have a ton of T11 here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they have 39 players with T11, and I'll show you ours. It's kind of funny. So I go back to my realm, go to rankings. Yeah, we have 5 people with T11, and 2 of them are me. Um, let's see. So the other opponent that we had was 1637. So same thing. So I would go over here, go to the map, go to the globe, and then look for 1637. Go over here, look at castle rankings. They have a 40 and they have a 38. So that's going to be a good match, right? Yeah. And so the 40 has friends that are T11s and a few. So it's not terrible, but the 40 is going to come to play, and that's going to be rough. And this 38 also, with great battle power as well. Both of them crazy. Okay, so that's a wash. So I guess don't need to show up for that. Um, all right. So I hope this helps as far as being able to kind of scout out the competition, to find out where to focus. Same thing goes for any of the events that you're in. So the wilderness event, the you know, Savage Lands, anything that comes up where you're going to be pitted against other realms or alliances, it's pretty easy to just go through and find them and see what they're going to be bringing against you. So it'll help you kind of plan out your weekends or your days, right? So we know in Void what we're going to be facing, who to avoid, where to watch out. You may be able to infer things by the language on the alliances as to what their time zone would be, and that might help you plan when to fight. Typically whenever I was in the Americas, what I would do always, because I would map out any of the EU alliances and attack immediately at the start of the event, because that would be 2 a.m., midnight to 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for people in the EU. So there would be a lot of people that would forget about the event, and that was the best time to hit. On the other side now, from the EU, I might would plan my early mornings, and I'm at a disadvantage, honestly. I think people in the Americas and people in Asia have a big advantage when it comes to Frenzy and Void because of that. There's so many players in Europe in those time zones that it makes for easy killing right when the event begins. So you get a ton of points right then. If you're in the EU, it is so late. I mean, who's going to stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for the beginning of the event? So you go in the morning, it's quieter, other than, you're facing the other EU players, but sometimes you can catch then the people from the Americas or from Asia around that time. But it's good to kind of know more or less what time zones people play, your opponents especially, and your team, and being able to plan and use strategy around that. All right, so I hope this helps, and take care.